Hi YouTube. If you are like us and you have chickens that lay too many eggs in the summer but maybe not as many in the winter, I'm going to show you what I do to make use of your summer eggs and turn them into ready to eat winter meals. I have just scrambled 10 dozen eggs that we had extra here with just a little bit of butter and milk, and we have a medium harvest rate freeze dryer, so I'm going to use some of the trays, and if I have more than 4 trays, which is what that freeze dryer will hold, I'm going to chill 4 of them, and the excess will go on more trays that I have. We have extra trays, and the extra will go in the freezer. So we're going to do this 2 ways. We're going to freeze dry them fresh, just chilled, and also pre-frozen. So I'm going to get these on here, and I will tell you how many cups of scrambled eggs can fit on one of these trays, and also how much 10 dozen eggs will make as far as putting it in the freeze dryer. And there's multiple things you can do with this. If you want to add cheese or bacon and sausage and cheese or all of it, you could do a great big breakfast scramble and have it all kind of ready to eat as a full breakfast scramble when you take it out of the freeze-dry bags later in the year. These are just basic scrambled, and I just take a spatula and kind of smooth it out so it's level with the top of the tray. And this is 7 cups, so I'm going to see how many trays 10 dozen will fill, and then you'll get an idea of how many eggs you can freeze dry in a 4-tray harvest rate freeze dryer. And I have one of these big roasting pans that I cook this all in, which is like a roasting oven and a warming center and all kinds of cool stuff, which I have a link to the Amazon thing down below with our favorite products. But if you don't have one of these, just use a bunch of frying pans. And this one is going to go right in the refrigerator until it cools down enough to go in the freeze dryer. It's still really hot. And these are also going right on trays from the harvest rate that aren't, they're just clean and dry. So I don't especially don't put any, like, you know, non-stick spray, or I have those little silicone mats that you can line these trays with. I'm not using those for eggs because these aren't a product that's going to stick to the tray when they come out of the freeze dryer. And you can also freeze dry raw eggs if you want to have just eggs available this winter to bake or do whatever you want with. And I have freeze dried them just as you know, whisked together and just as a liquid that you pour in these trays and pre-freeze, but I don't like doing it as much that way if I can avoid it, because the tray has to be very, very flat and you have to pour like 18 eggs liquid into it and then in the freezer, so you need to have a level spot in your freezer. And if you can pour eggs without spilling them, I've had too many times where I spilled eggs in the freezer, so I'm not wild about that. And you can also just crack whole eggs onto the tray and put them in the freeze dryer that way, but I do like to pre-freeze them. And believe it or not, this 10 dozen eggs did 4 full trays, and there's enough left in there. It's not enough to even do another tray. So if you're doing a full freeze, you know, a full freeze dry run, maybe just do 10 dozen and you'll have enough for a nice big lunch for a couple people afterwards. So 10 dozen is 1 run through a medium harvest rate freeze dryer. Let's get these all in the fridge, chill them, and we'll be back once they're chilled enough in the fridge to go in the freeze dryer. I'll show you how to do this. So we've got these trays chilled off enough to go in the freeze dryer, and you just put them in. If you've got one of these, you know how this works. These are not pre-frozen, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the power and the pump. And I'll just show you real quick what I do, but again, if you own one of these freeze dryers, you'll know how to get through these steps. All we're going to do is press start, and it's not pre-frozen, so we're just going to say not frozen, and I'm making sure that I have my the valve closed so that you can create a vacuum in here. You want to open it later when you're draining it. We're going to push not frozen, and we've already closed the drain valve, so we're going to do continue. And that's all there is to it. And then when it's done, I'll actually usually give this more time than it says, because I like to make sure these are really dry before I take them out. And I have found that sometimes when I take them out, when it says it's done here, there's just a little bit more moisture left in these than I want to see. So we're going to wait for this to be done, plus probably 2 hours of extra dry time, and then we'll take them out and I'll show you how we seal them up with the Mylar bags. So this is saying that the process is done. Those look great. And what I always do is I want to take them out and just test some of the thicker pieces and break them open and make sure that they're powdery dry and there's no moisture left at all in here. So let's do that. The way I do this is to just take a piece and break it and make sure it's really dry where it breaks and that it's actually able to be crumbled, which that is. So these are ready, and we're going to go ahead and take them in and get them in Mylar bags and get them sealed up. And since, if you remember, we did 10 dozen eggs, so that means there are 2.5 dozen in each tray. So I'm going to basically cut these trays in half and put half in each Mylar bag. So you're going to be about 1.25 dozen scrambled eggs in each of these bags, which is perfect if you have a few people to serve for breakfast, as we do. And what I have here is the Harvest Right little bag sealer and the Mylar bags, which these are 1 quart bags, so you can order them on Amazon. This I got through the Harvest Right website. I don't know if we bought that with the machine or not, but the bags and the 300cc oxygen absorbers I get on Amazon. Make sure you have a Sharpie so you can, put a label on your bags as to what is going in them for long-term storage. And then I just take a plastic rather than a metal spatula so you don't scratch up the trays, and kind of break up your freeze-dried food, whatever is on the tray. I'll kind of break it up into sections rather than, I don't want to crumble it up, and I'll just kind of separate it into sections that can go inside the bag, and you can kind of, get your tray split in half that way. Next, just take whatever bag you're using and make sure you label it before you put the food in, because it's flat and easy to write on. So make sure you write what exactly is inside that bag, how many servings, and the date that you put that in the bag. And then I just use the spatula to get that, I'm using it for a half in each bag, so use your little spatula or your hands if you have to, and get all of it in the bag. And I try not to break it up as much as possible because I don't want I don't want crumbs, I don't want scrambled egg dust. And get it in your bag, shake it down. And for each quart bag, I'm going to put in 1 of these 300cc oxygen absorbers, and you can see that little pink button that's in the packet. If that ever turns gray, you know that those are probably not going to be as good to use. So I try and keep it sealed up. Even once I've used them, I'll seal it again right there with that bag sealer when I'm done, and quickly just keep them without air as much as possible. And I may be overly, critical of the air time, but I try and just take one out really quickly take the one you pulled, put it in the bag, and I do this each one at a time. And then quickly put this back in the Ziploc bag just to keep as little air getting to those oxygen absorbers as possible. Once you have your eggs and your oxygen absorber in, I pull it tight and kind of squeeze out as much of the air as you can, if you can, and you just hold that down until that light goes out right there, and that says that it's sealed. And I always do a second line just in case there's any little air leaks. You want to make sure you have a double seal on these bags, and that is done and ready to go in the pantry. I hope this inspires you to try freeze drying your scrambled eggs or a breakfast scramble for easy winter breakfast on a Sunday when you don't feel like cooking. Let me know what's your favorite way to preserve your eggs if you have too many in the summer. I'm always looking for new ideas because we have too many eggs in the summer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.